What do the Ravens need when you consider what they've done? They just add Odell Beckham Jr. They need to get Lamar Jackson under contract. They've got the 22nd overall pick along with 86, 124, 157, and 199. 5 total picks, fewest since 1999. What do they need more than anything else?
Man, Mike, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. You look at the Ravens and you do look at their roster and you just go, damn, it's good. I mean, there's not like a lot of holes. Okay, maybe add to the receiver room like we've talked about over the last 2 days. You could maybe do that, right? I think the next thing I probably look at is like O-line. You know, they've had injuries as far as Ronnie Stanley. Morgan Moses had to play right tackle. If you remember they picked up Jawan James' contract a few years ago when he got hurt in Denver and did that or signed him to a deal, right? Kevin Zeitler's getting up there in age at guard. I could see them going O-line for, hey, help us out now and maybe a little bit for the future there. Wide receiver is the other one that jumps out to me, Mike. But I look at them as a whole and, man, there's a lot to like. The other thing you look at with the Ravens is they need their 2 edge guys to come through. And how do they feel about them? Odafe Oweh, who they drafted in the first round 2 years ago. And if you remember last year, Mike, they drafted David Ojabo, who had the torn Achilles tendon out of Michigan. I mean, he was a first-round talent. But I'm just throwing stuff out there. What do you think about the Ravens? What's your thought?
Well, and John Harbaugh has already said both those guys need to step up.
They got to.
So the question is, do you count on them to step up?
Yeah,
or do you
that's
put
what I was
some
trying to
pressure behind
say.
them
Exactly.
with draft picks,
exactly.
Right? But you're also altering this offense with Todd Monken, and the presence of OBJ is the clearest sign yet that it may be different than it was. So what other pieces do you need to have the offense at the point where they want it to be under Todd Monken, and how much of that, like to the extent that OBJ is intended to lure Lamar Jackson back into the building, will using draft picks on a receiver high in the process, round 1, round 2, well, they gave up their second-round pick to get Roquan Smith, but one of these top 100 picks they have, do you use it on a receiver as just another, come on, Lamar, let's work this out, let's figure out this offense? And again, this is a team that traditionally has had a hard time convincing veteran receivers to want to play there because of the way the offense was. If the offense is really changing, this is an opportunity for some of these young guys to develop and stay there and contribute and not want to go elsewhere. They're going to be getting the football enough that they feel like, number one, they're key contributors, and number two, they're going to be paid accordingly.
Yeah, no, those are all real points. There's no doubt about that. You're right, and it's a different era with the new OC and what's it going to look like and what is their thought process. I will throw out one other spot. D lineman is another spot there, right, with no Calais Campbell, right? They got some young guys that are kind of unproven. Really, Justin Madubuike is really the only guy that's kind of a top-notch player in that group right now. So I could see, I feel like with Baltimore, they're going to come out of the draft with somebody big on both sides of the ball. It's just about how early do they address some of those situations. And then, do they want to add to that wide receiver room and give a little more talent there, not only for the quarterback, but for the offensive coordinator and just to improve the room in general.
They do a good job of drafting and developing the later round picks, the guys that don't come in with a lot of sizzle, but before you know it, they become key contributors to the team, and they become one of the reasons why the Ravens are always competitive. Even the years they don't make it to the playoffs, they're close, and the years they make it, they make things interesting like they did against the Bengals in the wild card round last year. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.